I care because I do believe that the public deserves to have good, qualified managers who really know what they're doing. I've been in the public sector for 40 years. I started out in Alaska, actually as an executive secretary to the Director of Human Resources for the state. And at a time when there wasn't a lot of talent pool to draw from within the state. It was back in the early 70s. And so if you had any level of competence, you were promoted rather quickly, and I ended up within just a couple of years in a mid-management position. And then went on, I eventually went back to school, got my bachelor's degree. But I really learned on the job, and there were a lot of things that you do out of just sort of gut feeling. And every opportunity that I had to get some kind of management training, a new idea, a new theory, discussions with my peers, working on new projects together, you learn as you go. But to be able to be in a position to offer this kind of training, particularly to younger managers as they're moving up, and to prepare people for more responsible positions, is really near and dear to my heart. I mentored a lot of young managers over the years as I went up the ranks, and I just think it's really critically important. Working in the public sector is a very noble profession, and we have a great responsibility to the public we serve. So I just like being part of what the different public manager certified public manager programs are providing. When I was the Director of Administrative Services for the small town in California, we had all of our reserve funds and our city funds invested in a county investment pool. We were a voluntary participant in this pool, and this was during the time, this was in the mid-90s, when investments kind of all fell apart because of the what are they called, derivatives. And derivative investments, which were very risky, and public funds are supposed to be invested in the safest way possible to protect the tax dollars and to be able to provide, obviously, the services, build the buildings that we needed to build, etc. And so the bottom was falling out of the county investment pool that we were invested in. And this was at the same time that in Los Angeles, their investment funds, they were going bankrupt. So there were a group of 60 agencies which were voluntary participants in this investment pool, all of whom were very nervous about their funds. We had $70 million invested in this fund. I sat on a 3-person committee who negotiated with this county to come to an agreement whereby all of the voluntary agencies agreed to keep their money in that investment pool. We did not lose one dime of our funding. We didn't make any money for about 3 years. Once we had the agreement in place, I also sat on an oversight board that met with the county regularly and advised them through the process of how to divest themselves of those risky investments. But to be a part of an event that could have had such catastrophic consequences for so many people throughout our entire county, it's probably about the proudest moment of my career. People would have lost jobs, people would have lost benefits, the community, the people that we serve, would have lost new facilities that were planned, such as new parks, community swimming pool. They would have lost the services of some of their fire and police because those positions would have had to be cut. They would have lost a new library that was planned to be built with those funds. And that was just in our community of 50,000 people. There were also agencies that had money invested in this pool who provided water service to their communities, who provided there were fire districts that were a part of this investment pool. So it would have been very catastrophic for a large number of people.